What's up, Lakers Nation? Get ready because we're diving into a seriously intriguing trade idea that could finally land the Los Angeles Lakers the big man they desperately need to compete for championships. That's right, after all the talk about needing a dominant center, especially after the hypothetical blockbuster trade that brought Luka Doncic to Los Angeles. In this exciting scenario, and seeing our needs exposed in the playoffs, a bold new trade proposal is making waves. Could the Lakers finally acquire their ideal young center? And could it be Brooklyn Nets standout Nic Claxton? Let's break down this fascinating multi-team concept. Look, Anthony Davis has been clear for a long time about his preference to play the power forward position, and the team's need for a true center has been evident. Even after the massive, successful trade that brought a generational talent like Luka Doncic to the purple and gold, a move that secures the face of the franchise for the next decade, the center position remains arguably the biggest question mark. Our playoff exit against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and specifically dealing with Rudy Gobert's presence, highlighted this deficiency even further. The Lakers need 48 minutes of quality center play, someone who can protect the rim, rebound, and be a factor on both ends. Remember, the Lakers did try to address this immediately after the hypothetical Doncic trade, reportedly agreeing to a deal to acquire Mark Williams from Charlotte, only for it to be voided due to a failed physical. That left the center spot still wide open as the team headed into the playoffs. Now enter this intriguing and complex trade scenario proposed by Brett Siegel over at Clutch Points. It's a 3-team deal designed to get the Lakers their guy. Here are the proposed terms of this potential blockbuster. The Los Angeles Lakers would receive center Nic Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets. In return, the Brooklyn Nets would receive forward center Maxi Kleber, forward Simone Fontecchio, center Paul Reed, via a sign-and-trade deal involving another team, and a package of draft picks including a complex 2028 first-round pick scenario involving the Lakers, Pistons, and Nets, where the Nets get the most favorable of the Lakers or Pistons pick. The Pistons get the second most favorable, and the Lakers get the least favorable, plus a top 5 protected Lakers first-round pick, a 2027 second-round pick from Milwaukee via Detroit, and a 2027 second-round pick, the least favorable of Brooklyn's or Dallas pick via Detroit. The third team in this deal, the Detroit Pistons, would receive forward Rui Hachimura from the Lakers. So, if we simplify it from the Lakers' perspective, the core outgoing assets are Rui Hachimura, Maxi Kleber, and a collection of future draft picks, including a protected first-rounder in exchange for Nic Claxton. Claxton is exactly the type of player the Lakers need. He's young at 26 years old, was a second-round pick in 2019, who has developed into one of the league's premier shot blockers and interior defenders. Last season, he averaged 10.2 points, 7.4 rebounds, and a strong 2.1 blocks per game. His athleticism and defensive instincts make him a fantastic rim protector, capable of anchoring the defense. Offensively, he's a great lob threat and finisher around the basket, which makes him a seamless fit to pair with a passing genius like Luka Doncic. Imagine the pick-and-roll possibilities with Luka finding Claxton rolling to the rim. Analyzing this trade, it makes a lot of sense for the Lakers. They acquire a high-level young center who fits their timeline and addresses their biggest need without giving up core pieces like Austin Reeves or significant future draft capital beyond the picks involved. For the Nets, they pivot from potentially losing Claxton in free agency, as he was heading into the final year of his deal, and acquire a mix of veterans and draft assets to help their rebuild or retooling efforts. The inclusion of Rui Hachimura going to Detroit is key to making the salaries work, and provides the Pistons with a scoring forward on an expiring $18.2 million contract. As Siegel points out, Detroit could use depth at the forward spots, and Hachimura's ability to play stretch power forward could fit alongside players like Tobias Harris, if he's still there. While complex with the 3 teams and multiple picks, it's a structure that could work if all sides see the value. This trade idea is exciting because it targets a realistic player who genuinely fills a major void for the Lakers. While everyone dreams of superstar additions like Giannis Antetokounmpo, acquiring a player of Claxton's caliber through trade with the assets the Lakers realistically have is a much more achievable goal. Landing Claxton would give the Lakers that reliable, impactful center they've been searching for, significantly improving their defense and providing a dynamic partner for Luka Doncic on offense. It would be a major maneuver by Rob Pelinka to solidify the roster around their new superstar core. All right, Lakers Nation, what's your take on this bold three-team trade proposal for Nic Claxton? Would you do this deal to bring Claxton to LA? Is he the right center to pair with Luka Doncic? What do you think about the assets the Lakers would be giving up? Let me know all your thoughts, reactions, and predictions in the comments section below. Let's get this discussion fired up. And hey, if you're ready for the Lakers to make some big moves this offseason and want to stay completely locked in on all the latest trade rumors, draft news, and analysis, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. That's going to wrap things up for this video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Keep that purple and gold energy high, and let's hope the front office can pull off a deal like this to get our big man. Go Lakers! What's up, Lakers Nation? Get ready, because we're diving into the biggest, most exciting, and maybe the most unlikely trade scenario that could possibly happen this offseason. Could the Los Angeles Lakers actually make a run at acquiring a true superstar, a two-time MVP, a champion? That's right. We're talking about the possibility, however remote, of the Los Angeles Lakers putting together a trade package for the one and only Giannis Antetokounmpo. With the Milwaukee Bucks facing questions after their playoff exit, speculation is swirling around the league about whether Giannis could potentially become available. And if he is, you know the Lakers have to at least explore the possibility, even if it seems like a long shot. This is the kind of move that could completely change the landscape of the NBA. Now let's be clear, the Lakers' need for a dominant big man has been a major storyline, especially in our hypothetical future, with Luka Doncic leading the team. While Giannis isn't a traditional back-to-the-basket center, he offers incredible positional flexibility that is perfect for the modern NBA. He can absolutely do everything you need from a modern big man and more. He's an elite rebounder, a powerful and disruptive rim protector, and a proven, unstoppable threat rolling to the basket and finishing lobs with authority. Pairing his unparalleled athleticism, defensive versatility, and scoring gravity with Luka's generational passing and scoring would create a dynamic duo that would be absolutely devastating for the rest of the league to try and contain. The fit on the court, in terms of pure basketball talent and complementary skills, is undeniably exciting to imagine. The challenge, and it's a significant one, is putting together a competitive trade package that would actually entice the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's be honest, compared to other teams around the league who have stockpiled draft picks and young assets, the Lakers don't have the deepest pool of trade chips, especially when it comes to multiple future first-round picks that aren't heavily protected. Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the highest-paid players in the league, earning over $48 million per year. This means any trade package would need to include a substantial amount of salary to match his figure under the NBA's collective bargaining agreement rules. To get close to that amount, the Lakers would likely need to include several key players from their current roster. Based on the salaries needed, this would probably require sending out Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, two players who are on valuable, tradable contracts and are entering what should be the prime years of their careers. Beyond them, players like Maxi Kleber and Gabe Vincent would also likely need to be included in the deal to get the total salaries to match Giannis's massive contract. On top of sending out a significant portion of their rotation players, the Lakers would also have to include their most promising young prospect, Dalton Knecht. Even though Knecht had a limited role last season due to the team's focus on winning now and integrating the new hypothetical core, he still possesses considerable potential as a scorer and shot creator that other teams would value for the future. When it comes to draft capital, this is where the Lakers are most limited due to previous trades. Under the NBA's rules regarding trading consecutive future first-round picks, the Stepien rule, and other restrictions, the Lakers can realistically only include their 2031 first-round pick in a trade right now. Frankly, that pick might not hold a ton of value to other teams looking for immediate or near-term assets, especially if we envision Luka Doncic being in Los Angeles for the next decade. It's hard to imagine the Lakers being in the lottery with him leading the way year after year. Perhaps a 2026 first-round pick swap could also be included to sweeten the deal slightly, but that's likely the absolute extent of the draft assets the Lakers could realistically put on the table in a trade for a player of Giannis's magnitude. Analyzing this potential scenario, the biggest hurdle by far is the competition from other teams. If Giannis Antetokounmpo is truly available on the trade market, virtually every team in the league with assets will be lining up to make an offer, and many of those teams are simply better positioned to offer a more attractive package to the Bucks. Many teams can offer multiple unprotected future first-round picks, valuable pick swaps, and a deeper pool of young, promising players who haven't yet reached their full potential. Assets that rebuilding or retooling teams often prioritize. Because of the Lakers' limited draft capital and the need to include several established rotation players just for salary matching purposes, their offer will likely fall short compared to what other teams can put on the table in terms of pure future assets and young talent with high upside. So while the dream of Giannis in purple and gold, alongside Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, is absolutely incredible to think about and would instantly make the Lakers title favorites, the reality is that a trade for Antetokounmpo is highly improbable for the Los Angeles Lakers under normal circumstances. The only realistic path, as pointed out in the analysis, would be if Giannis were to explicitly request a trade and specifically state that the Los Angeles Lakers are his only desired destination, and if the Milwaukee Bucks organization were willing to prioritize honoring his loyalty and send him where he wants to go, even if it means accepting a lesser package than they might get from another team. Without Giannis forcing his way specifically to LA and giving the Lakers significant leverage, it's incredibly difficult to see the Lakers having the assets necessary to outbid other teams who can offer a treasure trove of draft picks and young players. It's a fun scenario to dream about, but one that remains firmly in the realm of fantasy for now. All right, Lakers Nation, I know this is a long shot, but it's definitely exciting to discuss. What do you think of this potential trade package? For Giannis, would you give up Reeves, Hachimura, Kleber, Vincent, Knecht, and the limited draft picks for the Greek Freak? Do you honestly think there's any chance this could actually happen? Perhaps with Giannis forcing the issue? Let me know all your thoughts, your wildest dreams, and your most realistic takes in the comments section below. Let's get this discussion fired up. And hey, if you're dreaming big this offseason and want to stay on top of all the Lakers news, rumors, and analysis, no matter how improbable some scenarios might seem, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. That's going to wrap things up for this video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Keep that purple and gold energy high, and let's see what the future holds, even if we have to keep dreaming about some of these possibilities. Go Lakers!